Race fans, good evening and a very warm and cozy 3YT. Welcome to Auto Club Speedway. We stay here on the West Coast after last week's trip through the twists and the turns of the Sonoma Raceway. But tonight, the OSCA drivers trade technical precision for wide open drafting playground of this 2-mile oval that sadly is no longer with us. I'm Camera Rich with James Watson in the booth and Carlos Acosta manning the cameras as always. It's round 15 of the 2025B OSCA World Cup. The title fight is all but locked up. Daniel Gore arrives with the opportunity to put the championship on ice tonight with a great run in either half one or two. But even with the points picture nearly settled, the rest of the field has plenty to fight for: momentum, redemption, and with the season quickly fading, one last chance to shine on a track that more often than not proves unpredictable. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our standings here. And it's a 215-point gap between the Redux teammates of Gore and Brown. The battle for third remains tight as Ziegel and Miller are now tied at 695 each. And then it's Darren Staff and Ty McIntosh. Darren kind of in that fight there with Miller and Ziegel. He's only 16 back. Ty in a bit of a no man's land himself. There in 6th. Then just Joan, Rutt, Gomera, Westreen, and even Bracey down in 11th, all within 40 points of that fight. But we are here in qualifying with about 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. Currently, your pole sitter is David Huckleberry, and that is not a joke. He is on the pole with a 39.292, same lap time as Zach Evans, who is second. So that is one heck of a front row right now, and no commentator's bias here, but kind of somewhat hope that stays, because that would be awesome to see. Neil Rutt there in third as well. So Eric Ziegel with a hard hit there. Somebody was upside down just about. James, I know this is a track that's near and dear to a lot of NASCAR fans. I think the last time we saw this track was in 2022. And was it Kyle Busch winning? I think was
yes, it was,
if I remember that correctly. So
his first RCR win.
Yeah, but sadly no longer with us. I have always loved this track. It's big, wide open. You could use all the lines on it. It's so wide. I think you land like 2 747 side by side. But how do you feel about this place?
These big ovals is definitely one of my favorite. You know, I think it's a lot more raceable than like Michigan, for example, where Michigan, it really feels like you just have 2, maybe 3 lanes. But here at Auto Club, all 5 lanes are usable and viable, and you can get them to work with to your advantage, rather. So it's a lot more fun than Michigan, just because of the fact that you have all these different avenues to go around, and that's why we see 3, 4, 5 wide, because you can stay next to the car next to you by running all these different lanes.
And this will be the second time this season we are seeing the intermediate 550 package, the high drag, low horsepower package. We last saw it at Motegi, which surprisingly enough, or not, was a really great race. So I think that we're going to see that here tonight as well. Auto Club, just one of those tracks that no matter what kind of a package or what goes on, usually does put on a pretty good race, kind of like the old Atlanta. Just because, like, you know, the tires are going to be a factor tonight with the fuel. I think it's 24-ish laps is what I heard from a couple of the drivers. So might see 2 stops tonight in these. To go green, definitely see 2 stops. But definitely going to be something fun to watch here tonight. And, you know, only, I think 3 events left of the season for everybody to attend. We have that one LCQ race, but we're quickly nearing the end of it. So good vibes here at the end of the season. Got a minute left in qualifying. I don't think anyone has really come close to beating Huckleberry or Evans's time there. So they might, but that might stand, and that would be pretty cool to see. But see, nobody really on track looking to improve right now.
Yeah, and you see, it not only is it a Huck and Zach front row, we also have Neil right behind them in P3, so a really popular top 3 here in qualifying.
30 seconds left, so I don't think anyone is really going to challenge that time. I think Huck said at the beginning of practice, everybody just pull off once he set that time. Didn't really have to. He did it on merit, which is very cool to see. So we'll go ahead and let these last couple seconds expire, and then we'll get your grid rolling here. It'll be 65 laps each half. And like we said, the fuel is about 24 laps, so we will probably be seeing 2 laps if we go green, or 2 stops each if we go green. But cautions could play a factor. This is one of those tracks where the cars are going to be bunched up and close pretty much all race. You're not going to really see anyone get away from each other too terribly much. And slide jobs are a thing. They do happen. They will be a way of passing and a way of life in this race. But yeah, we are ticked over the race right there. There's your front row. It's David Huckleberry with his first OSCA pole. And Zach Evans with the identical lap time. He's going to start in position number 2. Neil Rutt starts in 3rd. Next to him, Eric Ziegel, the 3rd place driver in points, tied with James Miller. Daniel Gore, the might-be champion to beat tonight, he starts in 5th. He's going to need a couple good runs to lock that up. But Olivia Hammond making her first OSCA Cup start, starting in 7th. Noah Brown. Olivia was in 6th. Noah Brown's in 7th. Position number 8 was Dallas Myhand. Gilberto Javier Gomera, he rolls off in 9th. And then Dylan Thomas, he will be in 10th. 11th place is Adam Peeler. Next to him, Santiago Aguirre. There's a battle between him and Kynan Jones for the transfer spot in the World Finals. So we'll have to keep track of that tonight. Darren Staff, he rolls off in 13th. Dylan Gooden, one of the invites tonight. He is making his long-awaited, or it's been a long time since we've seen him. He rolls off at 14th. David Westergreen in 15th, and James Miller rolls off in 16th. 17th is Kynan Jones. 18th is Brian Arducci. It's been a while since we've seen him for Northeastern Velocity. Thomas Capuano rolls off in 19th, and Dave Carpenter 20th. 21st is going to be Ty Alkas, and then Nate Hall in 22nd. Dusty Dragon Doer, he's going to roll off in 23rd, and 24th is Aaron Evans. To go to Pignataro, he'll roll off 25th, and Ty McIntosh did not set a time in qualifying. He will start shotgun on field in 26th position. So, Ty will be quick. It'll be fun watching him come to the field and see what he can do. But that's your 26th car field tonight for these two 65 lap halves of the RIP. What is it? 260, I believe it was called on YouTube. So I'm going to assume RIP means rest in peace, because this track, as we said, no longer with us. It's now warehouses and a big dirt lot. So don't go look on Google Maps if you don't like things that are bad.
Yep.
I believe that is, I think that's Dogood's first pole of the season for David Huckleberry as well. So also could get their first win of the season. Well, we got a problem with Thomas Capuano's wheel has disconnected, and I think, did he hit anything? Yes, he did.
Yeah,
he
and
absolutely wrecked it.
And it wasn't disconnected through iRacing. It was I think it disconnected, came off of his desk, if I heard what he said correctly.
It sure is correct. That's a wild, bizarre accident. So he's going to be starting the race on the back foot with that front end damage. We'll take a quick peek at the replay here, and you can see that he's weaving the tires, and then presumably right here is about where it comes off, and see right there.
Oh my!
Just unfortunate situation. Not how you want to start the event, but pace car is off. Field is in the hands of David Huckleberry, and green flag is out. Everybody is bunched up here. It's side by side with Huckleberry and Evans. Everybody tight, 2 by 2 by 2 going into turn 1. It's going to be tight here. Noah Brown looking for 3 wide. I think that's going to be a strong move through 1 and 2. Here he comes looking for 4 wide, actually.
4 wide.
Here comes Daniel Gore. The 2 Redux teammates are looking to go racy on lap 1. It's 3 wide for the lead with Huckleberry with a crash in the back.
Oh, it's a big one.
Kynan Jones, that's not what he needed for his points battle. There's Aaron, I think that was, or Dylan Thomas there. Aaron Evans way down to the inside. And I think Huckleberry kept the lead through all that. Well, we said tonight was going to be wild, and it's sure as heck started off wild. We'll have to check the replay to see exactly what happened, but I believe it started there with the 27 of Peeler. Something shot him sideways right there and just right
And then
in the
there
middle.
was a separate incident.
Kine
You
is
saw
okay.
James Miller get loose and came all the way down into Kine and Jones and hooked both of them up the track.
Yeah, we'll see. We can see in the back there, Miller he got very loose. So maybe just cold tires or something. A couple of these drivers struggling with that, and for Peeler, it's not really gonna continue beyond this. I think that car is very much destroyed. Maybe Dallas there with some damage. I see Dylan Thomas, Brian Narducci, David Carpenter. I think he got through it as well. Or I think he got through it pretty well. Kyden Jones, we talked about him. He's in a points battle with Santiago Aguirre for that next transfer spot into the World Finals round. So not what he needed there. On board with Adam Peeler, just, lap one, not what you want to have happen here. Kynan, just nothing he could do. He got a hit in the right rear corner and knocked sideways. Not too bad of a hit, all things considered. I think that car should be relatively fine.
Dallas is the only one that got a meatball flag.
Yeah, and that's strange. You figured there would have been a lot more, especially on Peeler's car, but yeah, my head, the only one unfortunate enough.
So race control called that on the 45 of Darren Staff, so he will get the end of line penalty. So really not seeing any pit stops yet because that happened literally on the second corner of lap one. But real quick, we will re-rack the top 10 because we did have a lot of movement there. Huckleberry is still your leader, followed by the teammates of Brown and Gore. It's Evans, Rutt, and then Gomera in your top 6. Ziegel, Hammond, Aguirre, and Westergreen round out the top 10.
Yeah, I think a few people came in to at least top off to help the fuel mileage a little bit here. As we see Darren Staff getting the cam of shame for showing him as the, like you said, the result of the caution, rather.
And I don't think topping off's a bad strategy. With that fuel number being about 24 and it's right under about halfway, the closer you can get that out to halfway, it ensures you can make it the whole way after that. So I definitely don't, especially if you're further on back, maybe, past 10th or so. I think it's not a bad strat at all to come in and top off here. But we should get the pace truck lights off here, and we will double them up. It's like Huckleberry is going to take that outside line. I think generally speaking, the outside line will be the preferred groove on restarts, just because on the start you can get that big wide swing arc out and then get that shooting run off of turn 2, which is one of my favorite iRacing moves to do. On the outside, Auto Club specifically, just you can ride that wall and get such a good run off of turn 2 on the restarts that it's just crazy. So we'll see if Huckleberry can do that here. Does require a bit of testicular fortitude, we'll call it that, to get that right rear up on the
I haven't heard that one in a while.
But it will be Noah Brown on the inside, and we know he is no stranger to throwing it 3, 4, 5 wide, or whatever wide he wants to. He will throw his car in there where a hole exists, and something about quick shifts, yeah, or the other one, but yeah. Conversation in the driver chat tonight's getting spicy already, so we're in for a night tonight, boys. This will be fun.
Yeah, a long night, because 60 plus laps per half, that's going to be a long race, so we're only starting to get silly.
The brain rot increases exponentially as the time of the session increases there. But the pace track is off, so we're having another restart here. First one of the night, David Huckleberry on the outside. Great restart for him. He shoots off right leaves Noah Brown in the dust on that outside line, but that might be too much of a gap here because the draft with this package and at this track is going to be priority tonight. So we'll see what the two teammates here, Brown and Gore, can do something. Down and inside they go. They're looking racy. I think they're going to get by Huckleberry pretty easily there, and that's right there, 1-2 for the 65 and 69. Now the battle with Huck is between him and Neil Rutt. That 66 car for. They're going side by side into turn number 3, and it's 3 wide behind them. We are still 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. David Huckleberry is struggling on that outside line. He has no speed in that car right now. He's not been able to keep his track position whatsoever. So he is, sideways!
Oh no! Carp, and it looks like Aaron Evans are going to keep it out of the inside wall somehow.
Yeah, somehow. That was great driving by both of them. I thought for sure Aaron at least was going to hit that inside wall and shoot back into traffic, but no worse for the wear. I think both drivers not too much damage right now. David Huckleberry had a huge moment. He has slid all the way back to the 12th, 13th position.
And I think something happened to Aguirre because he's showing a meatball now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, him and Huck actually got together, so what is it, lap 6, turn 2?
Right there.
Right there. And that is huge because he was battling with Kynan for that transfer spot as well. So bad luck for both of those drivers at the start of this race.
And it's wild that got a meatball. That did not look like much contact at all, but it's enough to really kneecap the night for Santi.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what. Contact there with the 69. Him and Brian Narducci got together, and they are going at it in voice chat now. Oh, the 65 is sideways as well. This is wild. We got racing all over this racetrack. What a great facility. I am so sad that we no longer have this, but look, we still have this in iRacing. Battle for the lead, Narducci and Rutt going at it. Narducci's going to get it pretty easily off of turn number 2 if he can make that slide. No, he can't.
Neil was able to hold on. Now Narducci's going to squeeze clear.
Oh, we got a stack up there. One of the things you see with this package. Oh, sideways.
Oh, no.
Gomera sideways. He got hit by a
Hammond going around. Oh, Tom Capuano just threaded the needle. Oh my goodness.
Wow. I was watching that happen. Gilly and Olivia got together somehow, and that was Ty Alkus involved somehow. He's saying that was on him. So what a this great break for the 88 of Santiago Aguirre. He's going to be able to get that. I don't even think he lost a lap. Replay and see what happened here.
The 89 just shoots up the track into Hammond and just sends her right up into Gilberto and sends both cars around. We need to see the cockpit view from Capuano. I have no idea how Tom made it through that without any worse damage.
I'll go over here with Alkus, and he just sends it in there on the bottom and can't really keep it on the white line. And what was above him was the 25, and the 25 went spinning. So, accurate description, we heard Olivia say, why did I get bodied there? Pretty accurate description. On board here with Thomas, and he's just, that is a body right there in a race car.
Oh my! Oh,
just a little bit.
Yeah, the slightest little tappy tap, but that should have been 1,000 times worse for him. That is incredible wreck avoidance from Tom.
Santee, updating him, he was able to get the repairs made, and he is 1 lap down. So back on the racetrack and not in the garage. You can see a lot of damage on the 78 of my hand. That's going to be a big repair bill for you, Carlos. I apologize. A little bit on the 25 as well, presumably where the body of the 89 car was. Everybody else off the pit road here. We're on lap 9. We still got a lot of racing here to go.
We sure do. now, Narducci is your race leader still.
Yep, teammates at the front, Narducci and Ziegel. And of course, Auto Club, not a super speedway like Daytona or Talladega in the sense of that, but with this package, low horsepower, lots of drag, lots of draft, teammates are a little bit important, more so than they would be, without the package. So we saw the two teammates of Noah Brown and Daniel Gore working together early on in the race, and we'll probably see the 01 and the 5 work together probably for the majority of the rest of this race if they can kind of stay in that position. But definitely have to wait and see.
Did we find out who's at fault for that? Oh wait, no. Of course we know.
Yep, I believe it was the 89. Now we're quoting B movie here.
You love to see it.
What?
B movie, but the whole script is an OSCA race.
Let's go ahead and just quickly re-rack the top 10 here after that crazy little run there. Narducci, Ziegel, Rutt, Gore, Brown, your top 5. Dustin Dewar is in the top 10 now. He's up 6. Zach Evans, Thomas Capuano, Todd McIntosh, and Darren Stavro round up the top 10.
Santiago Aguirre just left the session.
Interesting. That's that's not going to help his points battle for the World Finals at all. I'll have to see what happened to him. See if we can get a word with him or something. But we are doubled up here for another restart. The field is in the hands of Brian Narducci. He is on the outside row in that 01 machine. So we'll see. It's been the preferred groove all night. And once again, great restart for him. He shoots off like a...
We're stacking up, and we're
wrecking. Yep. No caution yet, but I have to assume that's going to be short-lived, and there we go. James, I think I saw this last night somewhere else. Something looked like that at a smaller track. In a different car, in a different series, in a different state, at a different time. But we'll see what the replay has to say, because the replay never lies here. I actually didn't see what happened. Just looks like a stack up here, somewhere around 12th, 13th on back, and David Westergreen, Dylan Gooden, Gilly, Dallas, his putrid night continues.
Dylan Gooden, and we're only on lap 12, and we still have essentially 110 plus laps left tonight.
Get yourself some coffee. A little bit of long one. James Miller's question. Something maybe related to Ty McIntosh? Oh, the yellow. Okay, so... have a bunch of people in the chat saying this and that, saying this person's responsible and that person is responsible.
That. Okay. So it looks like they're playing the field strategy game.
Yep. Oh, one, Narducci, he got a warning for lane changing on the restart there. I saw him move a little bit. He didn't actually change lanes. He just kind of looked like he was about to. So race control clarifying that's why the warning was issued.
Yeah, you could tell the body language of the car was like, all right, I'm going to change lane. Wait, crap! And threw it back the other way.
He corrected it, so it was close, but definitely got it corrected there. But Daniel Gore, he is the leader. First time we've said that all season.
Yeah, it's a great performance by someone who really runs like garbage week in and week out. We never see the
The underdog story.
Right?
With the gold on the car tonight. Gold numbers, gold yellow, or what was yellow in the car is now gold. That looks pretty cool.
Look at the ego on this guy, all the gold. Do you think this is enough glazing? All right, have we satisfied everyone in Discord?
Yeah, he's got so many win stickers that they go forward from his name as well. So that is a first world problem and a half right there.
He's got a win sticker on the spoiler.
Not to be outdone though, gold on the Binks car behind him, Neil Rutt with the trim. A little bit of bling on that car as well. So Southern California vibes coming out tonight. I don't know if that's really a Southern California thing, but you know, excess and just gold for no reason. Sounds like something they probably do.
Don't forget the diamonds. Gotta have all that ice.
I'm sure. No, we are doubled up here for another restart. Hopefully this time we can get some green flag racing, because if I lived on green flag racing, I would be horrifically starved tonight. But we'll see if we can get some. Zach Evans with the metallic green with the Christmas vibes.
We'd be a SpongeBob in his first trip to the Tree Dome. Water!
I don't need it.
Water! I need it!
And see, the thing is, I was talking to my wife the other day about this, that there is a SpongeBob quote or a SpongeBob episode for literally like every kind of thing you ever do in life, which is it's pretty funny, one of those things. But we got a lot of sixes up here at the front. It's the 69, the 66, and the 65 that are going to be your top three once we get going here. So the pace truck about to make that hard left turn into pit road. And then the leader will be your 69 of Daniel Gore. He's on the inside. I think the first time we've seen the leader take the inside there. There we go. Good restart for him. We're not wrecking in the back of the pack, so better restart than the last one. Daniel Gore with a pretty sizable lead already into turn number 1. He has cleared the madness behind him and is 3 wide for 3rd on back. Excuse me, that's 4th on back now. Justin Dewar way up there on the high line, cut off just a little bit by Darren Staff. He's going to take that 4th spot away from Dewar. So car in the apron, that's Dallas Mahan. That car is heavily damaged, and he probably wishes this race would just go ahead and get on over with. But he'll get on past him, and we got a green flag up under the books, James.
Hooray!
Time to party. But starting to spread out just a little bit here. Daniel Gore with about a 0.2 of a second lead on his teammate Noah Brown. I think the magic number was about 8 or so. So if Daniel Gore was to beat Noah Brown by 8 positions in half one, I think that would seal the championship for him. So
Noah hard to the wall.
Lighting it right there. Neil Rutt was making a move on Noah, and that just kicked Noah into the wall somehow. That was that sounds like a netcode moment right there. 3 wide, James Miller on the inside. He's making the move on Dustin Dewar. That's going to move him up to the 6th position. How wide this racetrack. These cars are using the whole surface, and that is awesome to see. Converge off of turn number 2 into a line, but once they get to these corners, they spread out wide as can be. So awesome to see that.
So
all the track available for use.
I wonder if Noah also in that little collision with Neil also hit the beginning of the safer barriers. Oh, someone backed sideways.
What a save!
Oh, that was a huge save.
Capiano, 2 for 2. Someone give him the all-state good hands move of the race.
But yeah, I wonder if Noah hit the beginning of the safer barrier, because you can see the back straightaway wall doesn't have safer barrier, and it actually kind of begins at the entry of turn 3. So I wonder if he hit that. That's what shot his car over like that, because it was like right in that exact area.
Yeah, it's a good shout, and certainly possible if you are not paying attention or something of the sort. You can definitely do that. We got a 3-wide battle for the lead. Gore, Staff, and Rut going at it. Staff with a good run in the middle. He's going to get the maybe edge Daniel Gore into turn number 1. Well, that's going on the video, but into turn number 1, Darren Staff goes way down the inside. He's going to see if he can get that run off of turn number 2. I think the run's going to be Daniel Gore, though, here. He's going to slide up and cut him off. Right at the last moment, he could have possibly done that, but Daniel Gore retakes the lead. We're 3 wide behind them. Gilberto Javier Gamera, he's in the mix now. Actually, I think we're thinking about 4.
Oi. Oh, look at this massive humanity.
Oh.
I don't even know how many wide we are right now. I can't count that high.
Yeah, we're not doing math up here in the booth, but I think it's some kind of number that is higher than 1.
As long as it's not 6, 7 wide, I think we'll be okay.
This is about the whole field right here.
Oh my lord!
Wow. Still Staff and Gore going at it for the lead. Still Brown holding off 3rd, but here comes Narducci once again on the inside. And here comes Olivia Hammond.
Yeah, I'm amazed to see Narducci. He was almost wrecking off of turn 4 like 3 laps ago, and now he's back battling for up into the top 3, or nearly top 3 at this point.
Big move from the 25 of Hammond. Almost looked for the lead there. She had a head of steam and did not look like she was backing off whatsoever. Almost ran in the back of the 69 of Gore sideways. Narducci, oh, we got that caused a secondary wreck. Narducci, I think Capuano there.
Someone got launched into the inside wall. I think we need an ambulance.
Yeah. Who, don't look now. Santiago Geary, he's back on the racetrack somehow.
At this rate, he'll be on the lead lap.
Yeah, he's only 3 laps down, so I'm not really sure when he came back, but we'll...
I think it's Dusty Dewar.
I think you're right. Rutt had a big hit there somewhere. There's Hammond. Narducci gets pitched to the inside or outside. Oh, ow.
Dustin is dead.
Get a backup car and a backup driver for the 32 on board with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we lost Dustin Dorr.
Yeah. That's just the worst. When you have a car that just kind of shoots from the inside into you on your right side, shoots you into the left like that, that's not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, it's like the Gordon Vegas wreck on steroids. It's like the worst possible mix of the Gordon Vegas wreck and the Priest Kansas wreck, where he went to the inside wall on the back straightaway like fuck Jesus.
Ooh, a little bump.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for Neil. Neil was having an incredible run, and that 66 car has to be just demolished.
It sure does look slightly used. For sale, slightly used Gen 6 race car on the marketplace. We're focused on him right now. He was on the outside.
We know what we got.
And just when a car shoots from the inside to the outside like that, that's Neil right there. He takes the brunt of that impact, and that is everything under that car broken. Bodywork broken, suspension broken, probably the inside of your head, brain broken. Capuano there as well. But the meatballs from that wreck, looks like Brian Narducci, Neil Rutt, and Dustin Dewar are all victims of
guys
going to have to get their damage fixed.
Everyone pit road, but 2 drivers. Guess who? The 2 leaders who went down pit road last caution, Eric Ziegel. And, oh, never mind. It's just Eric Ziegel. I thought Gilberto Javier went down, but I guess he did? He did. It's Eric Ziegler and Gilberto Javier Gomera who stayed out.
And Ziegel, he's kind of having one of those scary good races. Hasn't really done a whole lot. He's been up front, but has somehow been able to be in the back and miss the chaos too, and is using the strategy to his advantage here up the lead. So track position looking like it's, I mean, it's important, but it also can change corner by corner. So I'd say this is a lot better than what we would see this type of race be in real life. The 550 package at Auto Club was fine. Not much more than fine, but this has been incredible.
Absolutely. This is wild.
Working our fourth caution. We are doubling up here, but let's go ahead and re-rack the top 10 real quick. It is Eric Ziegel. He stayed out, followed by Gilberto Javier Gomera. He's been in a couple accidents today, so looking for a little bit of redemption for that 99. Daniel Gore, he's in third. Noah Brown, he's in fourth. David Westergreen, he's in fifth. James Miller in sixth. David Huckleberry, your pole sitter, had a torrid start to the race, lost all of his positions. Looking to gain him back here. He's in seventh. Adam Peeler is eighth. Kynan Jones is ninth. And Zach Evans, he is in 10th. So, hearing a bunch of chat, driver chat about the state of their cars, damage and whatnot, and for the most part, everybody who is still on the racetrack is mostly fine. Neil Rutt, Brian Narducci, Dustin Dewar, the meatball flag earners of the last caution, they are still on the pit road. Presumably might be done for the race because all three of them took pretty hard hits. But pace truck about to pull off. Field's in the hands of Eric Ziegel. He's on the outside line. So we'll see what kind of a restart he can get here, but outside line has been good all day, and there we go. Once again, a great restart for him. He shoots off like a canyon. Full car length lead over the 65, and Noah Brown behind him into turn number one. Now it's the battle is for second with him and Gilberto. Gilberto with a big push from behind from Daniel Gore. Might actually get him out to the lead.
Yeah, he's clear. If he moves up, he's got it.
Give the lead to Gilberto Javier Gomera. Got his first win earlier in the season at the dual race at Daytona. First OSCA win ever, so seeing if he can put another one on it tonight. Comes Noah Brown with a good run out of turn number 4, but it's a battle between him and Ziegel. Ziegel, nowhere to go. Already seen some teammate shenanigans come into play here. Noah Brown with a push from behind. It's Daniel Gore pushing him, and here comes James Miller. We've not really seen him up the front all race, but in the wall is Gilberto.
Oh!
But he avoids him. He is slow.
Yeah, he's just trying to keep on the wall as best as he can.
Tough break for him. He was up there fighting for it, but see if he'll need another caution to get back up here into the fight of things. We're still only on lap 27, so we're not even halfway yet. I think he has plenty of time. Up here at the front, it's Noah Brown. He's in the lead now. Here comes Daniel Gore on the inside. Through turns 1 and 2, but not going to be able to make pass stick. And here comes James Miller. We're looking to make it 3 wide now. James Miller has not won since earlier in this season at Road America, so he is hungry for one. Kind of out of the points battle for the championship. Most drivers are, if your name is not Daniel Gore, but still looking for the win here, looking for another win on the season. All the way down to that apron. Slide back up into line. So we've settled out here. This is the calmest part of the race we've seen, and they're still going at it. Still fanning out 3-4 wide in the corners each and every lap, and it's great to see. Really no one able to get away too terribly much. I think Noah, that lead he has right now is about the biggest we've seen all race, and we'll call that about a half a second.
Wild seeing all the sparks come off of the cars.
love it. I think it should be mandatory to like make race cars spark. I think that's what F1 did with their little like skid plank. I think they were like, yeah, sparks are cool.
Hey,
They made the leading edge is like titanium or something. So, new player up in the top 5. Zach Evans, we're on board with him. He's running behind the 09 of James Miller. Zach Evans. Oh, somebody contact there. That was with the right behind. Aaron Evans involved. I think I saw Ziegel involved. Capuano involved in another one.
Oof. And we're still not halfway.
That's a bad, naughty word. I think Ziegel got in the wall first. To roll that back just a little bit, but Ziegel looked like he was in the wall somehow. I think there was contact from his inside, though. That's Peeler. Oh, okay, yeah. There was 3 cars that made contact there. That's how. So Peeler and Evans kind of made some contact there, and then they got up into the 5 of Ziegel. So that does it. It's just too many cars going for the same space right there.
Yep, tale as old as time on that one.
Quick shout out to everybody in chat. Thrasher, Caitlin, Aaron, who's in the race. He was just in that wreck. Hopefully able to get all that damage fixed. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of good racing here. I think the proximity of cars and the fact that you really can't get away from each other is just making these wrecks a little bit larger than we normally see. And I mean, yeah, it makes for good TV, so I'm not complaining.
Neither am I.
Neil also join us in chat. That car still parked on pit road getting repairs, or maybe now that he's in chat, he is pulled the plug on it and decided to just watch the rest of it and try again in half number 2 later on tonight.
Now, Vic was talking about shenanigans going on after the wreck, but I don't know what he's referring to.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. The only thing I can think of is I know Tom and Dylan got into each other somewhere in there, but I'm not really sure. Currently in OSCA driver chat, sandwiches.
Riveting.
Gotta love long cautions. Hopefully we will double them up here. I think the pace truck lights should be going off there, and yes, they do. So no Brown, he's going to take the outside. We've seen that outside get a pretty good jump on most of these most of these restarts have been pretty good up there.
Except that one time.
Except that one time, yeah.
All right, will we go caution free the rest of the way?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it's might be a bit optimistic at this current moment in time.
I think these guys can do it.
Let's do a quick little rack of the top 10 here before we get going here. It's Noah Brown, Daniel Gore, James Miller, Zach Evans, Darren Staff, your top 5. Ty McIntosh, Olivia Hammond, Kynan Jones, and Dave Carpenter is your top 10. Peace Truck is off. And fields in the hands of Noah Brown on the outside line. Green flag is out. Once again, a great restart for that outside line. Now being pushed by Zach Evans in the 6th car. He's up there in the 3rd position now. A new player up in the top 5. Down to the inside goes James Miller. What happened to him?
He's having an issue or something.
Yeah, he's way off pace.
Something is not right with that car. I wonder if he's actually into power. Looks like he is, so I think...
Whoa.
Ooh, somebody in the wall there.
Oh, someone in the wall again. I can't quite tell who it is.
It was Nate Hall, and he's still... Yep, okay, he's out of the wall there. Has figured out that the wall does not move.
Yeah, it looked
He
like
did get a
was
meatball from
clearly
that.
bouncing off of it.
Battle for the lead. Daniel Gore on the outside line, battling his teammate into turn number 1. Noah Brown goes to the far inside of the track, down to that white line. But here comes a new player up in the top 5. It's Ty McIntosh. Remember, he didn't qualify. He started shotgun on the field. Now maybe potentially looking for the lead here out of turn number 2.
Yeah, what a comeback, recovery, whatever you want to call it. This is an incredible drive by Ty to get up here.
And we have finally passed halfway in the event. We did that a couple laps ago. We're on lap 35 now, on board with Darren Staff.
Yay!
See, the sparks are flying tonight. These cars are slammed on the racetrack. And really, just it looks like these drivers are kind of using the philosophy of wherever they're not in front of them is where they'll go. So Darren Staff just choosing to go on the inside because Noah was on the outside. Now he's fighting with Ty McIntosh as well. Noah Brown on the inside. He's fighting for the lead with his teammate now, Daniel Gore.
Oh, and Ty was looking to make it 3, but Noah shut the door.
This package gives you such a false sense of security on the entry of these corners. You can drive it so incredibly deep in that you will suffer the consequences off. Good run for Daniel Gore. Oh, there was some contact there between the teammates in turn 1. Noah Brown down to the very far inside. He's going to slide up off of turn number 2 here. Right there.
Oh, we got Milligan going around to the back.
Just a single car incident for him, so our smallest one of the night so far. Some contact from behind with the 99 of Gomera, and just a little half spin into a full spin on the grass.
Kind of looked like Gooden came down on Gomera.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit there.
I think it's ruled in on Gilberto.
Okay.
It's one of those weird ones because it could have gone either way.
And Gilberto is accepting the penalty, so
No, really no damage for Dylan. He should be, other than the tires, should be all right from that one.
Wow, these guys have
Let's
left the
just-
same amount of laps.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and go through the field here. We'll start with the 65 Noah Brown. If the two teammates have led the same amount of laps at 11 tonight, it will actually be if Noah leads here, which looks
hold
like
on.
we have pit stops.
Oh!
No, we don't. Not for Noah. He faked his teammate down. Brought some others with him too, so we
Let's
got a
see.
bit of a split strategy here. I don't hate the tire call.
No, I'm curious to see how this is going to work.
I don't think giving Daniel Gordon new tires in the 2025B OSCA World Cup is the best idea, but we'll see what he can do with it.
Listen, we've seen countless drivers go from the front to the back to the front to the back very quickly.
Yep, especially on a track like this, where tires do actually make quite a bit of difference.
Carpenter, feel only.
Interesting call by Carp.
Same thing with Huckleberry and Gilberto.
Yeah, look at this for a top 5 in OSCA. It's Noah Brown, Olivia Hammond, Ty McIntosh, Aaron Evans, and Darren Staff. And further on down, David Westergreen, Dakota Pignataro, Thomas Capuano, Dylan Thomas, and Dave Carpenter is your top 10. So a bit of a mixed match of names there.
Still listening to the radio chat.
Yeah, we need to get this in its own little thing. It's been active tonight. And remember, second halves in OSCA tend to be a little bit more messy, so take that however you will. And half 2, quick note about that. We still have 25 laps to go in this one, but half 2 will start fully under the lights. As if that wasn't obvious, since we are pretty much there already.
Oh my God.
Well, as the chat continues to devolve, the pace truck is off and in the hands of Noah Brown. Once again, great restart for him on that outside line. It's a battle between him and Olivia Hammond on the inside line. Olivia now trying to fend off the 8 of Ty McIntosh and the 6
Oh my goodness! It blew up!
in there. Is that a money shift? Whatever happened there?
It is. He's got a meatball. He's got a meatball. That's a money shift.
Oh yeah, no, that engine blew up.
Okay,
Wow. Wow.
So does that give the champ? Does that lock up the championship for Danny G? Hold on, guys. It appears to be having some Discord issues. So I will be taking over until that can get fixed. So I might be able to just fix it by going here. Nope, still having issues. So huge development here going on. As you know, what happens if I just clear my Discord? See if that fixes it. I am alive, so that is good. You know, how's my day going? My day is going pretty super, aside from some physical pains, but that's just because I'm getting older. So up front, we do still have Tyler Alkus and Olivia Hammond battling for that lead position. Thomas Capuano, who has made some significant drives and recoveries this race, is recovered up into that third place spot, battling actually 3 wide for that third place spot, as Ty McIntosh, my favorite operating system, and James Miller going and battling him, passing him side by side. Zach Evans with a strong run, but Ty McIntosh sending it in there deep on the inside, trying to get that position, as Discord is still appears to not be working. So let me go ahead and see if I can maybe force close it and open it back up again. And I almost force closed OBS. You guys would have seen and heard absolutely nothing on my end. So let me turn that back on. Tyler Alkus, another OSCA invite, currently in the lead. Darren Staff right behind him in second. Olivia Hammond in third, but getting passed by James Miller, as that whole outside line just shifts momentum to left and right. So it is it's difficult to see who's going to be able to actually hold on to that race lead. As let's see if I can connect. Oh, I can connect now. So let me go ahead and bring in these lovely gentlemen, and they'll go ahead and take over the rest of the broadcast.
Oh, here's our preview.
Honestly, guys, I thought you guys were in such shock over over the blown engine, the misshift, that you guys just stayed quiet. So, but in the meantime, while you guys are back, we do have a driver in the interview waiting for the Infield Care Center.
We sure do. Oh my goodness, we have so much going on the racetrack. Let's just go ahead and get him up here. James, you want to take him?
Yeah, no, James in the booth, he got a copy.
Yes sir, I do.
So, gotta ask, what happened there?
Well, I guess here's your pro tip for iRacing, for anyone who's inexperienced. Don't try to push the talk button for your iRacing chat with your right hand while you're trying to shift up to third with your left hand. So,
Yeah. Definitely some words of wisdom to live by right there on that one.
Oh, you went from second to first?
I went from third to second, I think. I misspoke, I believe, but yeah, I was trying to finish my sentence in the chat, and I was like, oh yeah, let me just reach over my lap and try to grab my shifter with my my left hand, and I was like, oh yeah, this will be fine. Spoiler alert, it was not fine. And all I want to say is congrats, Daniel Gore, on the regular season championship.
Well, that is unfortunate, Noah. It's a tough break, but you were looking fast out there. We imagine you'll be back up at the front for half two. Any quick shout outs you want to get before we send you back?
Shout out to Thrustmaster for making the most flaccid shifter I ever had bought.
Alrighty, well, hopefully we're talking to you again, Noah, in a little bit under much better circumstances.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, that was Noah Brown, who is fortunately DNF'd from this race. He is going to be credited with a 22nd place finish, and probably puts the, well, no, not right now, Daniel Gore with a current, that might be in 12th position. I know it was like 8 points or something like that for, so That probably does put the cap on the regular, or it is the whole season championship.
Oh,
for
what's
Daniel
going
Gore.
on?
Something happening.
Oh,
to Daniel,
yeah.
Stop here.
Is this a scheduled pit stop?
I don't know. He doesn't have a meatball.
No, I'm seeing some guys going down Pear Road, including Dylan Thomas. This might just be a scheduled pit stop.
They could be splitting the last run here, so yeah. We're hearing Olivia is pitting as well.
We got some separation there, guys.
What was that, Carlos?
We got some separation.
Yeah, all these pit stops happening is going to bring even more separation.
There's Olivia Hammond down pit road. She's had a great run all race long. We'll see what the strategy plays for her, and presumably for the driver that pitted just a little while ago, which was Darren Staff. Last lap, I believe. There's Noah Brown's car with the dead motor and transmission right behind Olivia there. We've got a scrap here around the 7th, 6th, 8th position or so with the 48 of Aaron Evans and the 69 of Daniel Gore going at it. These drivers kind of all about 3 seconds behind the race lead right now. The duo of James Miller and Ty Alcas have kind of ran away with this. Dakota Pictataro in the inside wall there.
Somehow worked out.
It's a pit stop. We'll see if the crew change left side. That can be a problem if you get too close there. Zach Evans in.
Did iRacing ever have a thing where if you were too close to that wall, the left side wall, it would just say right side?
Oh, black flag, Olivia Hammond.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think unsafe entry there. Or maybe speeding, one of those two, but unfortunate break for her.
I believe this may have been speeding exiting because she did not have a black flag during her pit stop. It was after she left her stall. That or
Tough
unsafe
break for
entry.
her. The water car is up the top of your screen.
Uh-oh.
That's the battle for around third right now.
Oh, it's like the eagle overshot his box.
Quite a bit there.
See the 9 and the 99 on pit road.
Ty McIntosh out and away there. Dave Westergreen, oh, almost straight lined into the wall there, but kept it out of there. We'll see all these strategies converge once everybody gets going. Once again, we'll see who ends up where. Darren Stapp, presumably, is going to be pretty good once this is all said and done. He will have the oldest tires of everybody, though, as being the first one to pit, so we'll have to see how that plays out. But currently, James Miller is staying out. He has a 2 and change second lead over Daniel Gore. And ripping the outside line is James.
Yeah, I think this might work out really well for Stapp because he was able to get into the big pack cars that hasn't pitted. So he's got all that draft giving him some extra pace. So he might be a decent way ahead of a lot of the cars that have pitted just because of that fact.
10 laps to go here. Actually, 9 laps to go. Excuse me. Thomas Capuano down on pit road.
If this goes caution free,
currently.
if this goes caution free, it's gonna be really upsetting for Noah Brown because he only needed one more shift.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
he
not
sure
a
did.
issues on the stop for Thomas Capuano. Looked like he was too far left, so he had to re-parallel park it.
Definitely not what you want there. Daniel Gore up at the top of the screen. That is not a battle for position. That's Gilberto Javier Gamera. He is essentially unlapping himself on Daniel right now. Gilly pitted around with Darren, so the gap between them is really some number of seconds. I wonder when and if that 09 of his is going to come down pit road. I assume he's not good at the end, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, so far it might not have worked out as well for Staff as I was anticipating, because he's actually behind D West now, and they're both trying to work together to run down Ty Alkis, who's about 2 seconds ahead. I believe Ty is the leader of all those cars that have pitted.
He sure is. With 7 laps to go here, I gotta check. I think both James and Daniel pitted around the same time, but I'm not sure
So,
when
fun
that
fact,
was.
David and Ty both took 2 tires.
Interesting. So that explains that then.
James last pit on lap 39, so I think he'd be like 1 lap short, but that is not unsavable too, especially when you have a lead. So I guess we'll have to see if he's saving it all. 69 Daniel Gore, he's in second currently. He has gotten himself up there. I think if he finishes there, Noah Brown with a 24th place finish, that would put a signed, seal, and deliver on the title for him. But we are on board here with James Miller, currently 12 laps out in the lead, about to be 13 here once he hits the line right there. And it is 5 laps to go. Looking for his second win of the season. And we have not seen James Miller in victory lane since August 7th, the first half of Road America.
He is not saving.
So he's got to be good at the end. Probably going to be very, very close, because we do know the fuel number is about 24-ish laps, so that is right at the edge of James Miller's strategy there, but we'll see if he can keep it. 4 laps to go. Daniel Gore is running him down by ever so slightly per lap, but not going to be enough if that trend continues, because the gap is 1.8-ish seconds, and Gore would need to gain a lot more per lap. So Miller with a bit of a nice little cushion here. He can save a little bit if he needs to. Some of the drivers that pitted are unlapping themselves. So see up ahead, James Miller, the white and yellow and purple car that is now immediately ahead of Daniel Gore. He's got a bunch of traffic around him, but they are cars that pitted and are unlapping themselves. So 3 laps to go. Everybody running that outside line right now.
Man, this is going to be insane if they can just keep on track for another 2 laps. I can't believe they're going to be able to save this much. Nope, never mind.
Oh.
Miller's in.
That is a wild strategy right there, and unfortunately he is not going to be able to make it. When did Daniel pit? Because he's got to be close as well.
He actually pitted 1 lap later
33.
than James Miller on lap 39.
So we will see if he can make it. James Miller making it worse by missing his stall a little bit. So Daniel Gore, I think if he's got enough in the tank, looking for maybe his 14th win on the season, is it?
Yeah, and there it is. He's staying out. Wow.
in a race that he has not dominated.
Is not saving.
And not saving, has not had the fastest car all race, has not dominated, has not even been in front a lot of the race. Daniel Gore is now in the lead, halfway down the backstretch. Turns 3 and 4 only left to navigate for him, but just kind of showing why he is the now 3-time defending champion. Once he crosses the flag here, it is going to be official for the 69 of Daniel Gore. It is championship number 3 and win number 13 on the season. 14.
Oh,
Messed that
Kynan.
one up, but Kynan with a P2. Dylan Gooden, P3. Great run for him.
No! No!
Huckleberry out.
Oh,
Just
can
go,
he
buddy.
make it?
Come on!
He's gonna make it.
But who's gonna pass
Oh,
it?
pass him.
Aaron Evans is gonna get him for the top 5, but Huck will still bring it in P6.
Wow.
That race really turned around.
Wow.
What a wild end of that race. A wild start, a wild middle, and a wild end, all for different reasons.
I want to point out, Kynan Jones
And-
got spun lap 1.
And Gore was out. So
And Dave Carpenter also got spun.
Well, let's take a look at the results.
well, we sure can. And if you liked what you saw, you're going to get 65 more laps of that up here in a few moments. But half on results. Daniel Gore, 14th win on the season. And your now official, I believe it is, champion of the 2025 OSCA World Cup. Kynan Jones comes home in second. Great run for him. And Dylan Gooden, even better run for him because that car was wrecked about 3 times, separate times during the race. So a great run for the OSCA invite of Gooden. Dave Carpenter, great run for him in 4th. And Aaron Evans nipped David Huckleberry at the line for 5th. But a really great run for all these guys, getting great results. Ty Alkos in 7th, Darren Staff 8th, some cars that pitted there at the end. Dave Westerling 9th, and Zach Evans rounds out your top 10. Gilly in 11th, James Miller, fortunately, in 12th. 13th is Ty McIntosh, 14th, Thomas Capuano. Eric Ziegel was in 15th. Dylan Thomas, 16th. Dakota Pigdetero, 17th. Santiago Aguirre in 18th. 19th was Olivia Hammond. Bad luck for her, had a great run, but the strategy and the bad luck did not turn out. Adam Peeler in 20th. 21st was Nate Hall. 22nd, Dallas Myhan. 23rd, Neil Rutt. Strong at the start. Tough break for him that ended his race. Noah Brown, the destroyed motor, ended his race in 24th. Brian Nardici, 25th, and Dustin Dewar in 26th there. So we got 8 minutes before the start of the next one. We we'll see if we can get some interviews here. We got a couple in waiting. We'll see. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. I am going to bring Olivia up here, and
Okay.
We're going to send it for an interview.
Jam.
Oh, hi.
Oh, God.
Well, I was going to say you got a copy, but I think you are. Thanks for the confirmation there. Olivia, this is Cameron in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
You sure do. All right, cool. Well, a great run for you in half number 1. The not the finish you deserve, but you were sure up there and scrapping it up with the leaders, the fastest up here in OSCA. Tell us about your night. So
Well, started off decently. I mean, started there, what, 6th? Got killed there by a tie. I think 2nd caution of the race. So that was the first time we went to the back. Luckily, it didn't damage the car too bad. Then drove about last about to 1st there, before we had to do it all over again after we got turned. And then, boom, we're back in the back. Love to see it. Honestly, eventful. That's how my night was so far. Definitely had a really fast Operation 300 Toyota Camry. Just hopefully it has the same speed for the second half.
Yeah, no, it was definitely eventful up here in the booth as well. Everybody just was kind of all over the racetrack, and there was a lot going on. A lot of people were just kind of bouncing off each other, 3, 4, 5 wide sometimes. So really fun. Probably a lot more stressful for y'all out there in the cars than us up here. But you're gonna be starting 19th here at half number 2. So quite a bit of cars you get to pass once again. You were pretty good at it in the first half. What's your strategy for half number 2?
Try not to get wrecked. Try to survive. Be on the right end of pit strategy this time.
Well, sounds good. It's your first cup start. You're doing a good job out there tonight, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again. But before we let you go, any shout outs, any sponsors plugs you want to give for us?
No, the only people really backing me are Operation 300. They helped put this entire deal together for tonight.
Sounds good. Well, good luck out there in half number 2, and put on a show for us.
Thanks, will do.
All right. Spotlight on the rookie tonight, Olivia Hammond.
We got Santi in
Go
here. I don't know if you
ahead.
guys want to have a word with him. Oh, never mind. He left.
Yeah, it was a great
Hope he's back.
performance by the rookie in her first race in OSCA.
Sure was, and I'm sure we'll see more tonight at half number 2. I presume we can get one of those down there in interview waiting. If they're actually waiting for an interview. Typically that is the general channel, though. Let's go ahead and let's get Kynan Jones, because Kynan's in the points battle with Santi, and that second place is really going to help him. You want to take him away, James?
Sure.
I
Kind
was
of
saying
James
that.
in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I have no business being here, but yep, I hear you loud and clear.
I mean, hey, you still finished P2 in the first half. That was a great run. First of all, how were you able to get the feel the stretch so far?
I knew it was going to be tight before we even went to green, so just early on in the run, I was just saving little by little, watching the lap left and just seeing it line up, and then at one point it did start to, had a 0.4 positive, to then starting to get a 0.1 negative, so then I saw Aaron wasn't anywhere near me. I'm like, okay, I can just take it easy from here. Gore is not my battle. He pitted a lap later under yellow, so he had an extra lap to fuel, but even with that, we still ran out of fuel at the same time after the finish head came out, coming out of 2.
Yeah, that's just absolutely incredible. And you also did that as a recovery drive, getting involved in one of the early incidents too.
Just one. It was more than one.
Yeah, just trying to not try to dig the knife any further, but yeah, you had to battle through a lot, so that makes the P2 even more impressive.
Yeah, as I said to Dylan and the rest of the people at RK, I am the most undeserving person to have finished on the podium tonight. Going in, I have always ran badly at Auto Club. I got caught up in the earlier incidents, and I had no business being where I did.
Well, hey, it was still a fantastic performance from you. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you like to give before we send you back down?
Everyone in RK, I know they really didn't have a good time. Darren went the wrong way with the pit strategy. Carlos for bringing me in and sponsoring me, especially in another league that I run in. Everyone who's sitting at home watching, Vic for putting all this on, everyone for showing up. And I haven't really done this, but I also want to thank my mother. She's supported me a lot with this, and I'm tearing up now. Great.
Well, I know she's really proud of you from that performance, and hopefully, you can keep the good vibes and the good run going for half two.
My main goal right now is just survive. I'm 38 points up on Cup to get through on the Super Speedway points, so I guess that's my goal now. So, but the last time I said that, when I got a podium on a Super Speedway S race, I end up having 10 minutes of required repairs. Offense is the best defense, as they say.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you, Kynan, and hopefully we're talking to you again here in a little bit.
I wouldn't count on that. I'm just happy to have gotten this. I'm more than happy with that. I didn't have it for Gore. Congrats to him, but I will happily take this.
Alrighty. Good luck in half two, Kynan.
Good luck keeping up with all the chaos that's bound to come.
Yeah. Alrighty, we are just about ready to start gridding for half number 2.
Yes, sir. And I see no reason why this would be any less chaotic than half number 1. I'm excited.
Probably even more so.
All right. Starting on the pole is Zach Evans. Next to David Westergreen, Darren Staff rolls off in 3rd. Ty Alkus rolls off in 4th position. David Huckleberry, your half 1 pole sitter, he rolls off in 5th. Next to Aaron Evans in 6th. 7th is Dave Carpenter, next to Dylan Gooden in 8th. P9 is Kynan Jones, we just talked to him. And starting 10th is Daniel Gore, your race winner and newly crowned 3-time champion. Position number 11 is going to be Gilberto Javier Gomera, next to James Miller. Lucky 13th is going to be Ty McIntosh, next to Thomas Capuano in 14th. 15th is going to be Eric Ziegel, next to Dylan Thomas in the 03. Dakota Pignataro rolls off in 17th, next to Santiago Aguirre in 18th. 19th is Olivia Hammond, the rookie, who had a great run in half number 1, next to Adam Peeler in the 27th. Nate Hall rolls up in 21st, next to Dallas. Oh my God, too many D words. I got them all mixed up. Dallas Monahan in 22nd. Neil Rutt rolls off in 23rd. 24th is Noah Brown, hopefully with a new engine in that car. 25th is Brian Narducci in the 01, and starting shotgun on the field is the 32 of Justin Dewar.
Yeah, we see Zach Evans able to be on the other side of the front row. Obviously, he started 2nd in half 1. Now he is going to be the pole sitter here for half 2. And like you said, he's going to have his teammate next to him. So, not teammate, but pseudo, I'd say. So it's going to be interesting to see what these two are going to do here on the front row.
And yeah, Zach was talking a little bit before the race. He didn't have a lot of confidence in his ability to kind of race here, and specifically this package and track, because Zach, we brought it up a couple weeks ago, but Zach's really big into the sprint car community on iRacing, which itself a nice little niche of community members that are very passionate about that little overpowered go-kart thing that is really fun to drive. But he is over there a lot, and you know anything about sprint cars, you do need a discretionary right foot to drive those, which up in the 2019, 2020, 2021 era of NASCAR with a low horsepower, you certainly did not need that as much as you do on the sprint cars. So he was a little bit not confident about his chances here tonight, but qualified second, finished 10th, and now starting on the pole in half number 2. I'd say he's doing just fine. So hopefully he can get another good finish here in half 2. That split color red and green machine that is on the inside line. Pace truck is off, and we are about to get going green here for half number 2. There it is. And a great restart for both halves there. It's pretty even across the line. Slight advantage to the inside lane for Zach Evans. He gets the good push from Darren Staff, but into turn number 1 here, it's going to be advantage, I think, Zach Evans. See if Wester Green can get the good run. The big launch off the turn 2. He might get it, but Zach Evans is there. He's going to block advance out of turn number 2.
Yeah, he's able to get up in front of Wester Green, and D West is absolutely shoving him through down the back straightaway. This start is working a lot better for Zach than it did in half 1.
And here comes Ty Alkus on the inside. We saw him fast there in half number 1, looking to be racy here as well in half number 2. 4 wide behind them.
Yeah, no one is wasting any time right now. Vic pointing out we made it farther this time than we did half 1.
Almost 5 wide there for a moment. Ty Alkus on the very outside, Aaron Evans on the very inside, and then some drivers in between them, but they all get through it just fine. Race winner in half number 1, Daniel Gore. He's right at the center of your screen right now in that orange machine.
And look at Santiago. He is already battling for the lead.
Very
he start
inside
like
the
yeah, he started how far? Started 18th, and he's battling for the lead already.
That is crazy. So that driver in the 88 is on a mission. Here comes the
Oh!
Staff. He's on a mission as well.
Oh, D West is being put in a very not great position. Oh, we got a contact going around. And Huck. Oh no. Oh, Dave Huck into the inside wall.
I think Noah got away without damage, but yeah, Huck sure hit the wall fairly hard there. So check the replay. I have no clue what happened. All I saw was a green and black car shooting down to the inside, and
No meatballs.
zero context beyond that.
Yeah, not sure. Looked like someone came up into the 65. Oh, yeah, there was contact between Capuano and Huck that ended up hooking Brown around.
Looking on board or on top of these, and yeah, just a right rear in the 21 and a bang right there into the wall. That's going to be a lot of damage for him.
Yeah,
It was almost bad for Noah.
Yeah, I think Dave is going to be able to get most of that fixed. He doesn't have a meatball. And all things considered, it could have been a much harder hit on that inside wall.
Yeah, that's just not that's not something you want to see at an auto club coming up turn 2, is to see that inside wall, because it comes up in a hurry.
It sure does.
Hi.
Wow.
Tyler August on pit road.
Yeah, a
And,
lot of a few people looking to maybe play some of that pitch strategy.
Strong words from Noah Brown regarding that incident.
Yeah, you caught that
21.
too.
Did race control assign a fault to somebody yet?
Looks like
Yeah,
Capuano.
Well, Let's go ahead and do a little re-rack of the top 10 here because it is lap 5. We made it further than we did in half number 1 before the first caution. It's Zach Evans, followed by Darren Staff, Dylan Thomas, Santiago Aguirre with that huge run out of somewhere. Dylan Thomas as well. He started 16th, so a lot of movement up here in the top half of the field. Dylan Gooden in 5th, Eric Ziegel 6th, James Miller in 7th, Adam Peeler 8th, Aaron Evans 9th, and Ty Alkus showing him in 10th currently.
Zach Evans will be holding on to the top lane, of course, on this restart.
I believe it's Olivia Hammond actually showing in 10th now, so.
As everyone is about ready to get double file once again.
Sure enough. To the top goes Zach Evans, as we expected.
And there's the champion-elect running P12 so far. Looks like he lost a couple positions on the first few laps, but I don't think he's really going to be worried about that.
A terrible, putrid, a horrible, no good run for the 69.
Absolutely. Oh, that bum. But meanwhile, we're going to see what that 88 car can do. We saw how many spots he made up on the first few laps. Now that got a restart, everything's going to be brought close again, and he's going to be right behind the leader. This could be a even bigger restart for the 88 of Santiago Aguirre. As we see the pace truck getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. And the 6, the Zach Evans, will once again bring us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at Fontana. Another good jump from Zach, and just as we thought, Santiago gonna follow him through. See Staff jump up in behind the 88 as Aguirre jumps to the bottom. He's gonna try to pull the slide job on Evans, and he's gonna clear. Santiago Aguirre out front now as we're 3 wide for P2.
A big move for the 75 of Dylan Gooden. He shot up from about 7th to 3rd up there in the restart, looking for more. I don't think he's going to get it through 3 and 4 here. It's Santi with the big run, and it's all to get behind him.
Yeah, Darren just inching a little bit ahead on Evans. But he's not going to jump in line. In fact, he's going to jump to the inside of the 88. But Santi has the momentum. Ooh.
Ooh, Evans in the wall. Ziegel in the wall.
We say green, but that got very close to not being green anymore.
I think we're still not quite there yet. They're still looking to be. Oh, here comes Miller on Thomas. That was close.
This is nuts. And there's still 4.
They were looking to be 5, but Noah Brown thought better of it there.
We got 2 rows of 3 wide here.
If you like cars, they are everywhere right now. It looks like a Texas car park right here. On board here with Gilberto Javier Gamera. He's back.
Oh, big sideways repealer. Adam able to hold on to it. That got scary for everybody.
It sure did, and I'm still kind of not quite thinking we're out of the clear here.
Nope. As long as we're circulating this racetrack, we're not safe.
So that's pretty true. And then right there at the middle-ish part of the field, they're 4 wide still. Noah Brown on the very inside, looking to be racy. He's not going to have very much momentum, I think, once he gets off turn 2, being all the way down there. We'll see what he can get, but that is just not a lot of racetrack to use.
Meanwhile, Staff to the outside of the Geary.
3 wide per second. Here comes Ziegel.
Yeah, big move from the 5. He's going to shoot up to P2 and jump to the outside of the 88. And he's going to be there. He has position.
Yeah, Santi cannot move up. That 5 is there, and here he comes with the big head of steam into turn number 1 of the outside line. He can keep that car up there and wound up. The 5 is absolutely going to shoot out of turn number 2 like a rocket.
Yeah, he got a big bump from Staff that was able to just shove him through into the lead, and now Santiago at the risk of getting freight train here. He's lost 1, 2, maybe even 3 or 4 spots. So speaking of 4, we got 4 wide right behind him. Oh, there's some contact. Evans got knocked up into the 78. Oh, there's contact between Gooden and Staff. Staff over to the wall, but everyone's staying straight, and they're all going around behind. Evans, Ty McIntosh, Noah Brown again.
That wreck took forever to develop.
No kidding. It felt like we were wrecking for the last 5 laps.
We'll have to get some onboards from that one, but certainly...
I might need some help.
Yeah. Well, Tom already said we need to watch his. Yeah, you see, there's the first incident. Aaron Evans into my hand, and then Brown looks like gets into Zach Evans, sends the 6 around.
And it doesn't look like a lot of big damage for anyone, just a lot of little minor hits that I think everybody should be fine.
Yeah.
Big bonk up from Aaron into Dallas there, and then they just all really converged and kept converging, and Thomas, where he is best and feels most home, not on the asphalt.
Yeah, great job. Another great job of avoidance for Capilano. Is on board with McIntosh now. See the 6 get set. Oh, 27 looks like got turned down into Ty, and then Ty made a little bit of contact with Evans.
Left field.
Race control has called that on Noah Brown.
Oh yeah, we never actually
That's
saw
good.
directly what happened to Darren.
Yeah, you see 75 slide up into the 45. And then that resulting wreck just happened from everyone trying to check up for it.
He said it was called on Noah Brown? Yeah, I see.
Yeah, Noah did not make a satisfactory attempt to check up for the incident and caused the further incident.
Good recovery by Darren. Just a little kiss on the wall, a little besito.
Yeah, that could have been way worse for the 45.
So, seeing... Actually, no, I'm not seeing that anymore.
Adam Peeler is retired. It didn't seem like the damage was that bad, but apparently terminal for the 27, which is unfortunate because Adam was having a great run up there, up in the front after just getting the shaft in half one.
Yeah, and it's a shame for Peeler. Whenever he does tend to get a good run, it's something.
The
tends
racing
to
god.
happen.
Yeah, the racing gods say F this guy in particular. but we are double filed and 1 to green.
A quick re-rack of the top 10. It's Ziegel, Aguirre, Thomas, Staff, Hammond in 5th. Miller, Picatero, Dewar, Rutt, and Evans in position number 10. So a bit more shuffling up in the top 10 there. A couple new players that we have not seen in this half, like Dustin Dewar and Neil Rutt up there.
And you could even see all the change from where everyone started. See the front row up massive positions from where they started half 2. As you see the pace truck getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. And Eric Ziegel will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at Fontana. As usual, the control car get that massive jump down into turn 1. Santiago trying to fight for second to the inside of Staff. It's Hammond to look into the inside of Dylan Thomas, and we're already starting the cycle again. 3 and 4 wide here towards the midfield.
Here comes Dusty with a power move into turn 3.
Yeah, big move from the 32. Ooh, almost some contact with the wall. I think Dylan Thomas almost got it.
Santi and Hammond are nose tail drafting. There's James Miller as well.
Yeah, Santiago was able to get clear of that thanks to Thomas's issues. Oh, big wiggle for the 48. Went way up the track. Able to keep it out of car next to him, which it looked like to be Daniel Gore. Champion-elect making his way back to the front. See McIntosh trying to make his way through the field as well. We saw from half 1, the 8 knows how to make his way up to the front after coming from the back.
Yeah, he sure does. Ty, one of the more aggressive drivers in the series, when he needs to pull the gloves up and get the punches rolling, he does not hesitate to do so. We have a battle there with Santi and Olivia Hammond for the 3rd position. Olivia on the outside, going to make the move pretty easily. Now, I say pretty easily. Now they're 3 wide for that 2nd position. Darren Staff, Olivia, and Santi contact. Oh, that's correct. That's a big one.
To the 45, a lot of people going around. Gore, Miller. Oh my God! Daniel Gore just got demolished. Dustin Dorr as well. This is a violent wreck.
Huge.
I don't think Santi knew they were 3 wide.
He did not. He's talking about that now. Oh boy, who's even left after this? Oh man. Oh.
Seeing
what? Yeah. How do you even unpack it? This is so much damage. See Staff up, back up the track into Capilano. And look at Dusty Dorr. Oh, he got knocked on his side. That was violent. That is 2 violent accidents for Dusty tonight.
Just a massive crash here, and it started up and right there.
And then Netcode sends the 45 around, although there was definitely going to be contact regardless. 25 goes down into the 69 and the 32. Ty McIntosh right behind all 3 cars. Don't think that's much damage on the 8, but you see the 69 gets sent back up the track. Just barely misses collecting the 25. And then, just gets demolished by the 32. Yeah.
Can we get an onboard with James Miller there?
Yeah, we can. Oh, yeah, we can.
He had a view of that.
Let me switch it over to James. Where is he?
I don't think he got any damage either. That's the wild part.
See,
Maybe a little.
got some, some
Yeah,
damage
minimal
from this
here.
initial.
But right here, when the big contact happens, it's going to right
Oh my
there.
god! Oh, Daniel Gore jump scare. What a view!
And somehow, James makes it through this, splits the gap while in the grass, and
So
just
who's,
absolute chaos.
who's the car that launches Door up into the air and into Gore? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I
That's
think that was the
a
48.
Good question.
But I don't think he I think he got shoved into. Let's take a look. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at Daniel Gore. That's the first hit. And like
And
somewhere
then
over here.
you're gonna.
Oh!
And Dusty
It's-
just kind of comes out of nowhere and just inserts himself into the wreckage.
I think
Yeah.
something else happened back there. I think we were
did
on
Dusty
board with
hit something or get hit? Oh yeah, so he. So yeah, he just gets sideways from getting into the back of Thomas, and that's right. I remember seeing this now.
I think that last maybe Darren, I'm not even sure, but he had a hit right there at the end before he got pitched into Danny.
Yeah, that's what we were still trying to research, because yeah, whatever hits him at the end just absolutely yeets the 32 into the air. Oh, it was Noah Brown.
Yeah.
Ooh, good stop at the 66.
Yeah, he made a little bit of contact at the end, but still, that should have been way worse for Neil Rutt.
So we have 13 cars lined up for this restart currently. Santiago is currently last of the cars at 14th. Excuse me, Olivia's 14th. So we have 14 cars out there right now.
And somehow we only have one meatball currently, and that's the 21. Which is surprising. You'd think that the 32 and the 69 would absolutely have meatballs. Apparently not.
Yeah, we'll have to see how quick those cars actually are. But Daniel and Noah are both crabbing pretty hard, so that can't be too much.
Here we go. Dylan Gooden will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at Fontana. A huge jump from Dylan. A lot bigger jump than what we've seen earlier tonight.
And a rare restart on the inside lane, which worked pretty well for him. He's going to have the exclusive. He's going to add the lead to himself here through 1 and 2. David Westergreen's looking racy, though. He's got a big push from behind from the 5 of Ziegel. And here comes Westergreen on the inside.
Yeah, D-West side by side with his Southern Speedco teammate of Gilberto Javier Gomera. And he's going to be side by side with the race leader, as Ziegel's already back up in the fray. Dylan Gooden maintains control of this race right now.
Managing those lines perfectly, doing exactly what he needs to do to be where he needs to be. But here comes Ziegel. He's been quick all night. I think it might be a short battle if the 5 gets anywhere close to making a move here on the 75. And here he goes. Ziegel on the inside of turn 3. Right through to the lead.
Flat job.
And Ziegel did not, he finished 15th in half one. Had some issues there at the end, but does not reflect the speed that 5 car had. Here comes the 75 again. Dylan Good with a push from behind from Westergreen. That's a huge push.
Yeah, D West just shoving the 75 down the front straightaway, and he's going to get him back the lead. Maybe if he cuts up now, he will. Oh, that was close, though.
Nothing Eric Ziegel can do about that. He's just going to have to try to make a move into turn number 3. Right now, he's holding steady. He's going to not do it here. Here comes Neil Rutt.
Meanwhile, D West trying not to get freight train after giving that big shove to Dylan Gooden.
Some news. With the amount of cars out, Cotton Jones has locked himself into the World Finals round at Homestead. So, congrats to him. Did what he needed to do in half number 1 with that 2nd place finish, and he will be one of our finals drivers.
And that's big for Kynan because now you can just focus on trying to get another good result here. Don't have to worry about points. That is a huge relief.
Absolutely, and that speaks volumes as a driver. I don't know. I think all drivers are head cases. I know I am a little bit. I can get in my head, and it just makes me all sorts of not right here. Battle for the lead. Neil Rutt on Eric Ziegel. Neil Rutt gets it. He was fast in half number 1 until he had some issues. Look for him to have a redemption arc here in half 2.
Yeah, that 66 car has had major speed all night long. Great run for Neil. Whoa, man! That 5 car cannot get any closer. You can't even see any of the Chevy branding on that 5. My goodness.
That is what we call stuffed up there right under the back of the quarter panel, or not the quarter panel, but the TV panel is what they used to call that thing back in the day. But that is about as close as you can get. And really no worry about temps here tonight. You're not going to be able to run that close through the corners. So you can do that on the straightaways pretty much all you want. On board here with Gilberto. He is running in the 6th position. Having a solid little run for him.
Absolutely.
Oh, Stanty in the grass.
Yeah, Gary off in the infield grass. I have no idea what happened.
He might have had a hardware issue. He was talking about that earlier. He's had some screen stuttering and...
Yeah, I think he just said
yeah.
Can't see. He's done. Oh, that is a tough break for Geary. Just none of his stuff would cooperate tonight.
And it's a shame when that happens because it just feels like the whole world is kind of out to get you a little bit. And it's not, I guess, good. I think, ooh, trouble. Not trouble, but sideways was Pigantero there.
And there was contact between McIntosh and Miller.
Check what happened here to Santee. You just threw the 3 and 4 here. It's like whatever happens here. And thankfully it was right there and he didn't go right because that would have been a much bigger deal than it was there. But yeah, fortunately and unfortunately for Santee, I have heard a lot of people in multiple various disciplines across the service having issues with like FPS and screen freezes and stuff like that since the most recent updates. So I think there's just a little bit of optimization that just needs to be done. Something not quite right with the recent updates, but I'm sure iRacing will figure it out at some point. Thomas Capuano is terribly slow on the inside there. That car was already damaged, but he was at a snail's pace. I think he's
I apologize. We are not in half 1 anymore.
Meanwhile, we're starting to get a breakaway, as you can see. Top 4 starting to pull away a little bit. James Miller doing his best to try to stay connected. This second pack is starting to battle, and they're killing their chances of staying with these lead 5, as Miller was able to hang on to the draft, but this right here, this is not what they need.
And it's like the bad luck quad here. Rutt, Ziegel, Mayan, Thomas, all 4 of them had
Oh!
Speed in F1 and bad luck. Ooh, close there. But all 4 of them had speed in F1, but had bad luck and were not able to finish as they deserved. So, redemption race for all 4 of these. James Miller as well. The strategy didn't go his way, and he finished 12th, but was leading with 3 laps to go.
Yeah, Dallas, my hand got nuked on turn 2.
Yeah, he. And that car had just about as much damage as you could possibly put on a race car after one of these things. So I'm sure he is happy to be in this one, and he runs VR too. So getting knocked around like that in VR has got to be a bit of an experience.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I have not yet done VR, but one of these days.
It's fun. I just don't have the hardware for it.
I don't trust it. I've seen it crash and mess up on people way too much. Just not reliable enough to me. I know it's vastly superior than even triples, but yeah, it's not worth the risk in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll probably try. I've never even really tried it. And speaking of VR, one of the drivers using it here, James Miller, he's in 3rd.
4th.
Now in 4th, yep, just got passed by Dylan Thomas. Has been able to get around Dallas Mahan. The Highline really showing.
Oh, contact with the wall from Thomas.
Yes, sirree. And these drivers are learning that wall does not move. It will stay there the whole night. We are seeing this Highline presence being a lot more. Highline, once the tires get a little bit of age on them and you're a little bit further into your run, the Highline really becomes the quick line here.
Oh, I think we might have issues with Hammond.
Oh.
I think Olivia got in the wall there and lost a ton of speed down the backstretch.
Meanwhile, just about 3 wide for P2. Oh, Dylan Thomas! Big sideways, hangs onto it somehow. Oh
Wow.
My God! I thought he was going up the other direction.
That was some driving right there from Dylan.
Wow.
Let's get a replay of that because, Lord have mercy, that car went south in a hurry.
Yeah. Good Lord.
Wow.
Looked like Ziegel might have got tight off before, gets the wall. Dylan was already behind him, nowhere to go, bounces off, and then just death wobble of the century, but somehow keeps control of it. That could have been awful. He was pointing into the direction of the wall for a minute there.
You can't do that with the current car. Aaron Evans in the grass.
Ooh, yeah.
These drivers are driving out here tonight.
Yeah, they are absolutely giving these cars all it's worth. Well, now it's just kind of a 3-car battle. My hand not able to stay as close to these top 3.
We got 2 packs here really. It's these 3 up here, and then it's about a second back to Dallas, and then about a further 2 seconds back to David Westergreen and Poe behind him.
Yeah, they're praying for a caution, and they very well might be the caution. Just look at all this.
Just not able to get away from each other.
Nope, but D West very thankful to be leading this pack of insanity. Whoa, few cars getting close to the backstretch wall.
We got a slide drop for the lead. James Miller down to the inside, gonna slide up through turn 4.
Oh, and
Here
Ziegel's
comes
gonna
Ziegel
cross
and
him
Rutt.
over. Yeah, Neil gonna follow through, give it a big shove to the 5.
It's a valiant effort on James's part. Pit stops Dallas Mayan down pit road.
Interesting. So, who joins him and when?
I don't think he can make it to the end of the race, but that's going to be close. We'll have to see how that plays out. We'll keep track on Dallas Mayan. 27 laps to go was his presumably final pit stop.
Meanwhile, you see Miller get back up into second.
A big push to that 5 of Ziegel. And just try to find the clean air through the turn. That's what these drivers are trying to do. They'll fan out because clean air is king.
Yeah, even at these slower speeds, the dirty air is something fierce with these cars and them giant ass spoilers.
Through 3 and 4, I think Miller's going to have the run. Give the advantage to him, so he's going to retake the lead.
Yeah,
A
and
little
you saw
back and forth match here.
Oh, here we go. Good chunk of that second pack bringing it in.
Yep, I think we are truly in the window now.
And they should be able to make it, but it's going to be close with where they're pitting with about 25 to go here.
And through all that, oh,
that's might be killer for the 89. Kinda Jones down. See a few more. Dylan Gooden also bringing it down.
I think the majority of the field will be down here in about 3 to 5 laps.
Overshot it.
Yeah, he saw the 85 have to throw it in reverse.
Still nobody from the top pitted yet. Miller, Ziegel, and Rutt all hanging, holding station right now.
Well, relatively speaking, as you see Ziegel try to take the lead back.
And don't look far behind.
Oh my goodness, yellow is out.
Dylan Gooden, I'm being told.
Right there.
And that hurts for those that brought it down.
Yeah, no. Oof. Yeah, lost it on the apron. Some of the best who ever have done it have done that, so.
Yep.
It's one of those things. So, tough break for all the drivers that just pitted before that. Presumably, they're going to get the wave around because I think all the drivers up the front are probably on fumes at this point. But we do have Santi down in the interview waiting channel. Let's go ahead and bring him up here. Give it just a minute, just so these guys can
after
get
pit stops.
Pit stop going underway. We'll bring
We
him
see
up
you,
here.
Santi.
Are acknowledged. And at least so far, one of the rare instances we've had a cleaner half 2 than a half 1.
Yeah, I don't even want to know how early caution number 4 came out in half 1.
I think it was like lap 12.
Oh, it's funny because it's sad.
I can't imagine there'd be any two-tire strategies up here for these drivers that stayed out because they were pretty much at the end of their runs. So they're going to want to put 4 on, fill the tanks up. Not going to be any question of fuel here to the end. All these drivers, provided they fill it up, should be good to go. There's Ziegel away, Dylan Thomas away, Miller away. Ziegel's going to beat Miller off. I believe Ziegel is actually the leader in as well, so really no change there in the top 5. Let's go ahead and bring Santi up here. Get his thoughts on the race. Unfortunate day for the driver of 88, but we'll see what he has to say about it regardless. Santi, can Rich up the booth? Got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The no good, crappy, poopy, bad day for you. It seemed like nothing really went right for you. Tell us about it from your eyes.
Yeah. I thought I had lead at the beginning of that first race. Made a bunch of spots up on that initial start, where the first caution came out in turn 2, and then from there on out it just all went south. I don't know what it was that happened, but all of a sudden my screen turns off and I'm in the wall and I catch I think it was Huckleberry, and then later on down under caution, it kicks me out of iRacing. So had to load back in and wait for the tow. It was a mess. But to be honest, I don't think I could have done much. Kind of did what he had to do, and you know, congrats to him on making it to that World Finals. But man, it's a bummer. We had speed all night. That second race, I don't know how in the world we did it either, but on that initial start, the first 4 laps, we went from, was it 18th that I started to all the way up to, was it P4 or P3, something like that. I don't know. I feel like it was a strong showing gone to waste. But you know, it's a part of it. There's not really much you can do. I'm just kind of sick of having these terrible nights over and over and over again. So I think I'm pretty much done. I think this is my last full-time season. I'm gonna give it a break for a while to see, you know, just to calm down, because there's been a lot of Thursday nights this last year and a half, and oh man, where it's ended in either me screaming and my parents being all upset with me because my sister has school the next day, or yeah, you know, it's something. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, it was good to see you in half number 2 go from, it was 18th to like the lead in 2-3 laps. It was a great run for what it's worth. And I guess for the unfortunate hardware issue, I'm not really sure what to say about that, because that's just been I've talked to so many people that have been having issues like that, so that's just on iRacing's end. They got something to figure out there, but hopefully they do before too long. But before we let you go, any shout outs you want to give for us?
You know, obvious shout out to Danny, 25B champ, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Yes. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. Yeah, but if that's the case, congrats to him. You know, the team as a whole, I feel like we've all put a bunch of effort down into the season and trying to do what we can to get good results and get our team up there in the team standings, and you know, most of our, or a couple of our guys in the driver standings. You know, thank you to you guys for putting all this on. It's been a pleasure having y'all talk about us on a screen. And my girlfriend Genesis, she's watching. She watches through all of these, and she goes through the emotional moments with me, and just all that. So big thank you to her. Um, the whole OSCA community, everybody's great, and yeah, it's been an honor to be part of this league, this series. It's great.
Well, you got 2 more opportunities here to get yourself into the finals race, Kansas and Daytona. Which Daytona
It's really only one.
Yeah, true. For the show, I'm sure we'll see you run well at Daytona to try to get yourself in there. But appreciate you talking to us. And sure, we will be talking again before the end of the season.
Thank you guys for having me.
Meanwhile, while that was going on, you saw black flag on the start for James Miller. That is a soul-crushing penalty for the 09.
Yeah, what even happened there? Was it just a jump start, or I went back and watched it?
Yeah, I think it might have been a jump start.
Yeah, unfortunate there for James. Had the bad luck there in half one and some more bad luck in half two. So he's going to need a caution to get that back up and into play here. But Neil Rutt, he is currently your leader, and he's been fast all race. He's been fast all night. Half one finish does not accurately show how fast that 66 car has been. I think he is one of the quicker cars out here tonight, doing a great job. And we'll see if he can do it for 14 more laps here at the line. But we're on board with here, Ty McIntosh, and pushing that 5 of Ziegel along and seeing what he can do behind these 2 in front of him.
Yeah, Neil, it's been interesting watching his line. He's running the extreme low line, but he's making it work so well. You'd think he'd be losing a lot of momentum with everyone else running higher, but he is making some serious speed doing that. As McIntosh looks to the inside of Eagle.
He sure is. I think he's getting off a little bit into the corners, and running that low line is saving his tires a little bit. And he's been able to keep the speed and the momentum up, and keeping those tires under that machine as well. We're on board here with Olivia, battling with the 03 of Thomas for 4th.
Yeah, you saw Dylan try to shut the door, and Olivia gave him a big bump. She was not happy with that. 25 sends it on down into the corner. Gonna try the slide job on the 03. Yeah, cannot clear. Oh, Thomas into the wall. And he's still going past. That's a from by hand. Oh, sends the 03 down into the 25, but somehow everyone keeps it straight.
Yeah, I think we want another caution here somehow or some way. These drivers at the front here, close there between Pignataro and Mahan. Pignataro, a new driver up here in the top 10. Not seen much of him, but he's inserting himself into the battle.
Yeah, incredible run from the 18. I think this is Dakota's best run in his OSCA career right now.
I think so too. See if he can keep it up. 12 more laps to go. Long time here at Auto Club. So lots of time for things to go right, and even longer for things to go wrong.
Yeah, it might as well be an eternity.
That little kerfuffle with Dylan Thomas and Olivia Hammond has broken up the top 4 just a little bit. Rutt has gotten away from Ziegel by, we'll call that 0.2, really. Not even.
You can see the 5 has started copying that line that Rutt's been running. No one in the top 4 is running up by the wall. A stark contrast to what we see pretty much all night.
Yeah, and these drivers up in the top 4, not a lot of wins between them. I think Ziegel has, I want to say he has 2 on the season. I want to say Ty has the 1 from Daytona. and Dylan Thomas and Neil Wright both with the goose eggs. So we are looking for some success here at the front. Rutt with no wins, looking for his first win since I believe it was like 2 seasons ago. I'd have to go fact check that, but I know it's been a minute for him.
We're now at 9 laps to go. The gap between the two packs really starts to grow. It's really just the top 5 now. Top 4 with Pignataro just barely hanging on, just within, just outside draft range, however you want to look at it.
Yeah, last win for Rutt was 2023 B at Daytona. So quite a long time ago, almost an eternity. And it was actually Rutt's only win to date so far in OSCA. So looking for his first in 2 years, and it's actually almost 2 years exactly to the date. It was November 30th, and today is November 13th. So we'll call that 2 weeks apart. It's pretty close.
Yeah, that's those long win streaks, man, they really get to you, and you know Neil really wants to end it. And it looks like Pignataro has fallen off about a second. So yeah, it's just a 4-car breakaway here for the win, with just 7 laps to go at Fontana.
Yep, this is probably going to be between one of these 4 unless we have a caution or something biblical happen. But either way, no matter what happens from here on out, I do want to give a shout out to Dakota for the run. He's got himself up to the top 5, which is definitely his best overall run in his OSCA career. So good to see the improvement there on his part. 5 laps to go here once we hit the line. And it's you put a blanket between these 4 cars. They just cannot get away from each other. So it's probably going to come down to a last lap, last ditch effort type move here.
Here's Ty looking to the inside. That's exactly what the 66 wants to see.
He sure does. If Ty can make Eric Siegel's life a little bit difficult here through 3 and 4, that's going to make it easier for Neil, which he did a little bit. Not as much as he probably wanted, though, but that's going to end up in Ty actually losing the spot.
Yeah, oh, here we go. Siegel sending it to the inside of Rutt. He's gonna clear.
Easily, but can he keep it off the corner? I don't think so. Rutt's gonna get the crossover.
Yeah, this is gonna work out huge for Neil because he has his Binks Designs teammates and Dylan Thomas giving him the shove.
Yep, we're side by side into turn number 3. It's going to be who can keep it in the throttle a little bit longer. Rutt slides up. Eagles there, though.
Oh, yeah. Not going to clear.
We have a 4-car wreck coming here. Gilberto Javier Gomera might be in the catbird seat right now.
Yeah, 4-car battle with just 4 laps to go. McIntosh pushing Ziegel out to the front.
A little bit further on back.
Yeah, things are really heating up in the mid-pack. This whole track is hot to trot right now as we're coming to 3 to go.
It's like pace laps at the front, 2 by 2. It's Rutt back up in the lead.
Whoa, and almost some near contact between the 03 and the 8. But Ziegel still pulls ahead with that momentum from the high side. And now Neil's just gonna fall back to 3rd.
3 laps to go. A lot of time left to do something here. I think we've seen that the slingshot kind of sort of works if you can time it right. So Neil's got to reset himself, maybe get a little bit of help from behind from his teammate, the 03 of Dylan Thomas.
Yeah, Ziegel might be a sitting duck here as we're coming to 2 laps to go from Fontana. Coming up a lap car of, I think that might be Dewar.
The
No.
Chubb camera behind from Ziegel looking at Ty McIntosh. Here comes Rutt on McIntosh. It's gonna be hard to make that move. There is not a hole there.
That might be all she wrote for Rutt.
He's gonna have to send it here into turn 3. An unholy send. Danny G up there in the front a little bit. That car's crabbing a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Terrible. Oh, Neil right in the wheel.
No.
Neil makes a huge save as we are white flag. 1 lap to go from Fontana. That might really be all she wrote for Neil Rudd, as now it's looking like a 2-car race between McIntosh and Ziegel.
I would not expect anything less than a send from the Ada McIntosh here through.
Oh,
He's gonna do it right
There's a
here.
little bit of contact. Oh, that's off of turn 2. It's going to be a drag race down the back straightaway. Ty is going to have no help. A big run
And here
from
comes
the
Rudd.
cars. A big block from McIntosh.
Here comes Thomas.
And Ty sends it on down the corner.
Who's
He's
gonna be-
cleared Ziegel for now. Oh, coming off of turn 2. For turn 4, there's contact. Ziegel and Thomas coming to the line. And it's Dylan Thomas wins at Fontana.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my God.
Nuts.
My goodness.
That was a finish and a great send-off to this race tonight. What an incredible.
That made up for the
my
first half.
God.
For the first half.
That was unreal. What a finish.
Checking the replay here and just 4 different lines. Just it's yeah.
Yeah, I thought for sure at this point that that's what all Ty was gonna need, but they still had a heck of a lot of pace even with that contact. And you see Neil giving a huge shove to his teammate, getting the 03 out just barely ahead of the 8 and the 5 right here at the line. Maybe I'd say 1/5 of a car length on that. What a finish.
I believe that was. I want to say that was Dylan's first Premier win since 25A. Because that was at Talladega in the truck. So not as long as we were waiting for Neil there. It's been since April for Dylan, but still good to see him get the dub here today. And what a finish. What a way to do it.
Absolutely. As we have our final results, Dylan Thomas, of course, your winner from Ty McIntosh and Eric Ziegel. Neil Rudd and Gilberto Javier Gomera round out the top 5. David Westergreen, Darren Staff, Dave Carpenter, Dakota Pignatera, and Kynan Jones round out the top 10. Olivia Hammond, David Huckleberry, Ty Alkis, Zach Evans, Dustin Dorr, the top 15. James Miller, Aaron Evans, and Dallas Myhan round out the first page. And then it's Daniel Gore, Dylan Gooden, Noah Brown, Thomas Capuano, Santiago Aguirre, Adam Peeler, Nate Hall, and Brian Narducci rounding out the field. Whew. Need to take a breath after that one. That was unreal.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was certainly some racing and a lot more fun than what goes on at the warehouses that now occupy the space this track used to occupy, for sure.
Oh man. Well, now it's time for us to talk to the top 3 of tonight's race.
Sure thing.
And we have Eric Siegel sitting in the waiting room. He's streaming, but oh well. Eric, James in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Oh man, that was an OSCA finish for all time. First of all, as we're taking the white flag, what was going through your mind? What did you have any sort of plan, or was it just pray things worked out there?
I mean, I burned the right front off of it, so it was a little tough to protect the bottom, but I just kind of said, I'm just going to stick to the top, keep it wound up, and fortunately didn't stay at the top of 3 and 4, but still a good race there to the line.
Yeah, and take us through what was going through your mind as we're coming off of turn 4, and it's like, oh man, this is going to be an absolute photo finish.
I just wanted to get to Ty McIntosh's right rear, try to pull him back, and try to give myself a slingshot. I didn't know how close it was with Dylan on the outside there, but he obviously had a little draft and help, which I good for his teammates sticking with him. Obviously, I'm a lone wolf out here, but still good all in all.
Yeah, and it was a great run for you the whole night. Obviously, things didn't work out with the pit strategy in half 1, but you were one of the fastest cars in the field all night long.
Yeah, we got into some trouble in the first half off turn 2, got squeezed into the fence, had a meatball. Was stuck with 3.5 minutes of damage there at the end, so really had no speed and no yellows to really fix anything.
Yeah, but it was still an incredible run for you tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shoutouts you like to give?
Of course, gotta thank the wife and Natural Design for the awesome paint.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Eric, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Sounds good.
Alright, and now Cam's gonna talk to our runner-up.
Yep, I got him here. Ty McIntosh. This is Cam Rich at the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, just like the race as a whole, up and down night for you. 13th at half 1, wrong side of the pit strategy there. But in half 2, you were up front and battling in the thick of things. We didn't know who was going to win until about an inch before the line, the last lap. But take us through your night and what you saw out there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it was crazy. Like I didn't know what was gonna happen there at the end. I was I was confident, but I also wasn't, because like this car, dude, at these places, it gets tight really quick, and like we were trying to work together to pull away from that group at first. So like Neil and I are coordinating with Ziegel to not sit in each other's wake because it just tightens the car up so much. And then I feel like we all kind of had to start running our own strategy there, and it definitely showed there at the end. Man, I want to apologize to Ziegel for the door that I had to throw in, but I mean, I did earlier, and he said it was just hard racing on the last lap, so that was insane. I threw a block on Neil. I felt really bad, but I kind of had to. Again, it's just one of those things. But I mean, overall, that was a great night.
It sure was, and it was a chaotic night too. Really mixed bag. Half 1 was crashy, smashy, and messy, and half 2 was a little bit less so. But really, what was the biggest challenge you found out there tonight with the way the race played out?
Honestly, I feel like this second half, it was just trying to get the car to settle, because it was like kind of weird because the track was cool. I was getting loose on the bottom at the start, so that's why I was kind of up there, and then I fell all the way back. And then I felt like once everybody realized that the top was key, it definitely got a little easier because you were able to throw sliders. I feel like that was one thing I did pretty well, was throwing sliders on people and getting clear out of the other end of it. So I think overall, just keeping the car happy and not burning the right side tires off is quick.
Absolutely. Well, that concludes our big, I guess, 2 mile plus ovals on the season. Next week we go to Kansas. How you feeling about that one?
Honestly, I think as much as it didn't matter, I think it was kind of close between Danny and I well, maybe not. I don't know. I think he might have still won. But as far as getting the Super Speedway Championship is whatever they call it. But looking at Kansas, I mean, I think it's just going to be. I mean, Danny's got the championship, so it's just going to be try to get the best finishes I can. I need to work on tire saving. That's something that I've learned that I struggle with everywhere. So that's definitely something I need to check off. I'm gonna hopefully do a lot of that this weekend and just try to get better. That's the goal. Maybe win another one, but just try to get better every week.
Yeah, that's always a good plan. Before we let you go, any shout outs you want to give us?
Yeah, my buddy Thrash is always watching. I see he's been really active in the chat tonight. So thanks, Thrash, for supporting me, buddy. Means a lot. Logan and Riker might also be watching. I have no clue. My dad is watching. I know that. Hi, Dad. Love you. Everybody that sponsors Southern Speed Co. Bojo for this beautiful paint. I mean, this is the second week in a row I've been able to talk to you guys, so she looks great. Traders Brewing Company, Bite Size Sports. We have so many I'm running out. Team Watson Racing Setups. Through ITV has been a huge sponsor of me, and obviously being here last season. Want to shout Carlos out for you guys putting on the show, Vic for running everything, and everybody for a pretty good race up front. That was really fun. It's a great battle.
It was heck of a blast to watch up here from the booth. So yeah, congrats on the second place in the second half there tonight, and thank you for talking to us. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again sometime before the end of the season.
Hope so. Thank you, guys.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get Dylan Thomas. I would like to make a small executive decision here, and we got to talk to Dylan, or we got to talk to Daniel, obviously, as he won half one and getting the championship in. I would like to get a word with Neil as well.
Okay.
Just give him a shout out for his good run, so we can get him after Dylan and then before Daniel. But I'll go ahead and drag Dylan up here, and James, you can tape him away.
All right. Dylan, James in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a drive. What a finish. First of all, did you have any sort of plan going into the final lap?
Well, I knew Neil's better on points than me, so I was just going to try and help him. And then he dove to the bottom, and I was like, all right, we're just going to rip the boards and see what happens.
And did you think you were going to be able to pull it off coming off turn 4, especially when you and Ziegel got together there coming off of the corner?
No, I didn't know what happened below me. All I was worried about was let's not smack the wall, see what we can get as far as a run coming off, and be a good finish. I did not think I would have the run to pull that off.
Yeah, it was a unbelievable race. It was definitely a chaotic night of racing. Just take us through what you felt about your night overall.
It was definitely chaotic. That was a roller coaster of emotions. Went from the front to the back to the back to the front, and it just worked out. I don't really know how it happened. It was fun and crazy.
Yeah, that's the best way I can describe that. And, once again, awesome win for you. Great night overall. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs you'd like to give?
I gotta thank everybody at Banks Designs and Vic for putting this deal together, and Carlos for the broadcast. It's a fun deal.
Alrighty, we appreciate you, Dylan, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yep.
Alrighty, and there's our race winner, Dylan Thomas, and now we go to our champion-elect that we already talked to in half one. And since I already talked to him, Cam, why don't you have a few words with our new / sitting champion?
Aww.
Daniel Gore, this is Cameron Rich of the booth. You got a copy? Does the cat have a copy? Well, we see you, but we don't hear the cat, or we don't hear you or the
Don't
cat.
hear you. Can't hear you, Danny G.
He's so excited about the
That would help.
championship. He's speechless.
That would help. No, he does not have a copy. He's just
Okay.
he's just living.
Well, race winner in half one. Not race winner in half two, but doesn't really matter because you sealed it up in half one. Tell us about tell us about both the halves. I'm sure half one probably went a little bit better in half two, but
Oh yeah. I mean, nothing really happened in half two. I mean, got wrecked and was fighting a car that was steering 90 degrees to the left but pointing 30 degrees to the right. So I was trying to stay on the lead lap because I wanted to keep that little lead lap streak going, but unfortunately I missed it by one. But no, half one, it was pretty cool. I don't think I've ever won a race on fuel mileage that close before. I didn't even have enough gas to do a burnout, so I had to do it during the warm-up. But I say we were all talking as a team when that last caution fell. I was like, oh, do we come in? Do we come in? And I was like, screw it, gonna try something. And I came in, topped off again, because I knew it was already gonna be pretty close, and by some miracle, it was just enough. I was kind of using the draft from the other cars, even with the better tires, just to half throttle down the straights and full off in the corners, and I had about, I think after crossing the line, probably not even a full lap of racing fuel left, so that was pretty neat to win it like that.
Yep, and you were battling your teammate Noah Brown there a lot tonight, half one and half two. He grenaded the engine there, big time.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
One of the biggest blowups I've seen in a while. If iRacing had an actual like smoke effect, that would have been hilariously large plume of smoke from out
He
of that
just
car.
barbecuing.
But yeah, fun to watch. I mean, the whole race overall was chaos and two different forms. Race one was wrecky, crashy, smashy chaos, and half two was more like there was a pretty big wreck there, which reminded me of a certain league last night. But anyway, you locked up the championship. You got 2 races left in the season that you can participate in. You got Kansas and Homestead. What's the plan? I'm sure you want to go win 4 more halves, but
well, if I'm not mistaken, and I'd have to get Vic on that, I believe with the win, the half one win, that matches Jekut's record, I think. It would be pretty cool to get one more and go past it, but we'll see. It's another oval, so I'm sure these guys are going to be plenty quick at it. And I said, people have been calling it a benefit season for me having all these road courses, and yeah, I know I'm pretty good at them, but I feel like I proved with that half one, it's not just the road courses. And hell, even a few weeks prior at Charlotte, I didn't even own that track until the day of the race, and ended up winning 2 of those. So I feel like I really proved myself as not just a road course racer, but an oval racer. So if I could beat the record, get 1 more across the season, that'd be pretty cool.
well, sure enough, it's 14 on the season for you so far, and it could be 18 if you get the rest of them that you're able to enter. But it's going to be a little bit tough because Kansas and Homestead are much different tracks than the road courses. Close to this, but anyway, before we let you go, any shout outs?
Just the whole team, General, Noah, Santi. They both had kind of rough nights tonight. Jake, even though he's not here, especially Santi actually, because this is going to be his last full time. At least he said it is. We never know if he will or not, but he says it's going to be his last full time. So I want to thank him for his time with the team. And Jordan, one of my good friends, he always watches. And I want to thank Bojo too. I'm not sure if he's watching or not, but he always makes all the cars he paints look good out there. So I want to thank him too.
Well, sure enough, that's champion, 3 years running, and Can go for more wins in the season, so we will look to see if we can do that. But 1 tonight, 14 on the season. Thank you for talking to us. I'm sure we'll be doing it again before the end of the season.
Hopefully.
All right. And with that, that's such a cute cat. Oh my god. With that, my executive decision. We're gonna get Neil and drag him up here because this one will be fun, I'm sure.
Yeah.
See what he's got to say about the race. And James, you're gonna bug him.
Alrighty.
Instead,
Neil,
You're in the
James
broadcast booth.
that would have been really bad. That would have been really bad.
And we
Hello,
had to do
gentlemen.
it.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Oh, doing good. We're happy to be talking to you. That was a heck of a night of racing from you tonight. You were one of the best cars all night.
From the back.
Yeah.
From 23rd. Led the most laps, too.
Yeah, just
be a point.
take us through your night. You know, you almost brought it home there at the end. It was a awesome run to the finish.
Yeah, it was fun. I usually tend to run decent at Auto Club, just because you could kind of go anywhere, and usually how my racing style is, I try to put the car where no one else puts it. And like I said, we had a bad first half, just got caught up in a wreck. So I was like, all right, we're gonna give it all we got. We don't have a chance for the World Finals anymore. So I'm like, let's just give it all we got and just start climbing the way up. And we took the lead, and I was like, all right, well, now we're here. We got to make something out of this. Big credit to Ziegel for pretty much just keeping me up there, giving me nice clean pushes down the straightaway, and the 4 of us ran away. Almost had it. It ain't over to the fat lady sings. That's usually how it works for me. But I'll take leading 24 laps, and I'll take being a winning car owner tonight.
Yeah, and you were able to give Dylan a heck of a shove there at the end. That might have been the difference. So, take us through what it's like to at least be able to bring home the win tonight as car owner.
It's awesome. I mean, I love my group of guys that we got with Zach, Peeler, and Dylan. We know we're not the best team. We know we're not the fastest team. But we just have fun. That's what it's all about. We're all laughing. Some of us are yelling at other people, but most of the time it's just us laughing and everything. And I broke the right front with 2 to go. They said I had wheel damage, so I told Dylan it's all you, and he's like, nope, I'm staying with you. So when he went to the top, I was like, all right, I got to give it back at least. So when I shoved him across the line, I'm like, I don't know if it worked. And then we all started screaming because we took the win. So it's pretty awesome. I mean, the last time our team got a win, I wasn't here. So it's pretty cool to actually get to witness it as a team owner. I enjoy being a team owner in OSCA. It's pretty fun. The old fiance will be pretty happy that Binks designed car got in victory lane tonight.
Yeah, and I think we were all excited to see that, and I can't imagine who the one member of the team that was doing a lot of the yelling was. I have absolutely no idea who it could have been, but yeah, it was a great run from you tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Yeah, I mean, I won't kiss and tell, but it's you take a number away from my card number, and that's who you got. But it's okay. That's our CEO. We love him. Binks Design's obviously number 1. That's our main title sponsor. Darien does a lot for the local businesses in New Jersey and everything, so big shout outs to her. Me Fine, Simple Life Sports Fishing, Nurse Aviator, NR3 Designs, myself for painting all the cars and everything. I love the IROC cars. It's a cool team look for all of us. Vic for putting this on, Carlos for putting the broadcast on, you guys as announcers. It's always fun watching the races back. Can't wait to watch this one back.
Alrighty, well, we sure do appreciate you, Neil. Hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna give it one try.
Alrighty, and that is the 66 of Neil Rett, and that just about does it for us here Cam, what are your closing thoughts on the wild night of racing?
Yeah, just that wild night of racing. It was good to get a word with Neela because I knew that good run and plus being the winning car owner was going to mean a lot to him. So good to hear that sentiment from him. And Neela, he's a good guy. It's good to see him have a good run. Somebody I love to chat with and would love to hang out in real life one of these days. But yeah, we crowned a champion tonight. We still have 4 more halves of racing. Well, really 6 more halves, but 2 of those will be the LCQ race at Daytona Road. So that's going to be on December 4th, and then we will end the season on December 11th. But next week, we have Kansas, and we'll have 2 halves there to end out our, well, not really end out anything there, but the last race before the LCQ to set the stage of the finals for Homestead. So it should be a fun one there. It's been a fun season. It's been chaotic lately, but I think we're getting to the point of the season where I'm going to be okay with it ending, and I'm kind of looking forward to that point a little bit.
Yeah,
it's been a long season.
It sure has.
But yeah.
Yep. For my broadcast partners, Cam Rich and Carlos Acosta, I'm James Watson, and we will bid you adieu till next week. Good night, everyone.